We'll win.
How much of your ups and downs today do you attribute to being out for the month versus, just having an up and down day?
Yeah, I don't blame anything on that. I expect myself to, no matter. You could say the same thing. Hey, you had the whole off season. It was the first game of the year. There's no excuses. You got to be able to come out and play well. I've had this whole time to watch and learn from everybody else, and I thought I had my best week of practice, and so now I just got to put it to the field and just get better and understand this part of the process and just have that chip on my shoulder.
Zach, there were a couple plays today early on those first few drives that you guys had where it looked like guys were open short, like within 5-6 yards, maybe at the line of scrimmage, and you kind of put a fastball on them that either sailed over their head too wide. It was really quick. From like the vantage point of further away, it's like, oh, well, just don't throw it as hard. But when you're actually in the situation of the game, what do you kind of have to tell yourself or think about to take maybe a little bit off some of those?
Yeah, my mentality in those is to rip the ball, and that's why I'm not playing timid, and that's why some of those are probably coming in fast, because I'm telling myself just to rip it, play free and let it go. And yeah, I got to adjust, and I will. I'm gonna work on that with those guys, but that's why some of them came in like that, is I'm trying just to play fast.
What happened on that play where it looked like you might have tweaked your knee?
Yeah, and that was something I knew coming in. Is I think it happened earlier in the game as well when I ran the keeper and threw it away. Is it's going to do that sometimes. It's not fully healed, and we understand that. But I feel good to play, and so that's why I'm playing. And I understand that sometimes it's going to shift and stretch it a little bit, but there's no damage that can come from that. So you just got to walk it off and move on. And I still gotta throw that ball away. I let it affect me right there, and I gotta just find a way to get that ball out of my hands.
Do you mean you should have thrown it away sooner? Is that?
Yeah, I didn't mind extending it to when I did, but I had tweaked the knee, and then my body kind of just shut down, and I kind of just forgot about everything that was going on right there because of it, and I knew that happened sometimes, so I just got to throw the ball away.
Did you think there was a chance you might have to come out of the game?
No.
What did you see on the interception that made you decide to flip it?
Yeah, I knew it was 3rd and long. We had a slant at the top. The corner did a good job just holding on to Keelan. So the seas kind of just parted. I stepped up, and I figured, rather than me, going and running and, getting blasted by somebody or trying to slide, just flip it to my check down in front of me. And, it was just one of those unfortunate things, I think. Maybe I should have gotten to him sooner, but Ty was just turning around to try and block for me at that point. I just think it's kind of one of those things, just unlucky sometimes.
Can you talk about the first drive in the second half where you came out and you hit Elijah on the 20, I think it was 22 and 16 yards, and just how that seemed to get the momentum going?
Yeah, those big plays, and I told the coaches on the sideline, I'm like, even though things are rough, I keep calling it. We're gonna be good. I'm gonna get into that rhythm, into that flow, and so, you got to be able to just hit that reset button and just say, on to the next play. And so that was the challenge for tonight, is how can I just keep going and keep pushing through. And we got some good plays there, and Elijah made some great catches, but we just got to get that going from the beginning. I got to get that going. These guys have showed they can do it, and so it's me. I got to hold myself accountable for the way I start and get those guys going from the beginning.
From your perspective, Zach, it seems like when you're in rhythm, you're seeing it, you're trusting it, you're letting it rip, you're very efficient. There's times when you're a little bit hesitant, and that can lead to some issues. What do you think leads to some of the hesitation that pops up at times for you?
Yeah, I just think it's not trusting what I'm seeing sometimes, and I think I just got to understand it's part of the process of what's going on, and I'm going to keep getting better at it every single week. I'm just as frustrated myself, and as to why I'm not just letting it rip and playing efficiently like I have my whole entire life. And so I just got to tell myself it's part of the process. Get back to work and keep getting better, and just understand there's a lot of work to do.
Did the knee bother you at all? Those 2 times you said you kind of tweaked it, but were you kind of conscious of the knee at all today?
No, not at all. And the reason is because I knew that in practice that it's not fully stable, and that's going to happen sometimes. There wasn't any risk of re-injury by doing that kind of stuff. So in my head I was like, just walk it off. It was just felt a little bit weak at the time, and I knew within just a couple minutes of walking it off it was going to feel perfectly fine. So that was kind of what I told the guys, like, I'm good. And then once I go back on the field, I don't even think about it. So I knew it was just kind of one of those things that I have to deal with.
On that 4th and 5 play, obviously, they put the ball back in your hands and you're able to deliver. So what did that mean for you to, coach put the ball in your hand on 4th and 5 and for you to execute and get the job done?
Yeah, I thought it was a really cool decision by the coaches. I think it means a lot. Even when things aren't going well, they got to understand that I'm learning, and I'm gonna hit the reset button every single play. As far as just like have that trust in me, have that trust that I'm gonna make the right decisions. Even when things haven't gone exactly how I've wanted them to. So I thought that was a good growth experience for everybody right there. Going forward.
How was the operation today? This was the first time for you with Mike upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
No Kavanaugh. Just how did it go on the sideline today?
Yeah, really smooth. I enjoy working with Rob on the sideline. I think it's just as efficient. I think Mike probably enjoys being up there more, and so the only issues we had today was just sometimes the headset and the helmet cutting in and out, which made it difficult to hear the play calls. We tried to figure that out on the sideline. For whatever reason, it was a little bit sputtery in and out, as far as just hearing him clearly. I'm not sure what the difficulties were, but it just made it tough to get lined up correctly sometimes, hearing the right play calls and things there, but it's something we gotta figure out.
How much did you communicate with Mike during the game?
Yeah, really it's just, it all it's the same voice passing through, whether it's Rob telling me, he's communicating with Mike and what they're seeing, what he's thinking. My direct contact of just talking with Mike is just in the headset, as the game is going. So as far as what I'm hearing from all those guys, it's all the same message.
Obviously, you already admitted that you didn't play up to your standards, but what did it mean to have the run game be able to, rush for 157 yards for you guys?
Yeah, it's huge. You saw how it opened everything else up in the play pass and getting guys to step up, and so it was awesome that those guys were able to come through. Backs are running their butt off, and so it's nice when you can have that balanced football. That helps each other on both sides, and so we got to do our part, and I got to do my part to help that even more.
How about a guy like Austin Walter? He's on the practice squad all year. He gets his shot. He made a couple of key plays.
Mm-hmm.
From your perspective, what kind of contribution?
Yeah, just an awesome dude. He just does things the right way, and I've known this since he's come on campus. As far as just like his mindset, the way he approaches the game. He had an amazing camp. I thought, we ended up letting him go after that. He ends up making his return and coming back, and he just is a guy that's going to take advantage of his opportunities. And so I thought he did an awesome job tonight.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.